Hi, Pam.
Well, good afternoon. I'm so glad to be here. It's good to see y'all.
Good to see you too. Hey, first question we have for you is tell us what type of inspections or reports that are needed for mobile home insurance.
Okay, that's a great question. And it is a little bit different than it would be for regular stick-built homes, as we call them in insurance. The basic answer is it just depends on the carrier that we're using. But the rule of thumb would be that we never use a wind mitigation with a mobile home because basically it's just wasting your customer's money. The inspector can't get into the attic of a mobile home to get the information that a wind mitigation would give us for credits on a regular stick-built house versus a mobile home. So we don't ever ask for a wind mitigation report. We do usually use a 4-point inspection, which is done by a licensed home inspector in Florida. And that's going to cover your roof, your electrical, your plumbing, and your HVAC system. And then depending on the age of the home, we might require a tie-down inspection report. If the lender is requiring a structural engineering report, though, we can use that instead of an additional tie-down inspection report. So as far as inspections, that's pretty much what we use in insurance for mobile homes. Other documents that can be helpful, if you have a copy of the titles, that can be very helpful to gather information on the mobile home and make sure that the underwriting information is correct when we submit the documents. And sometimes I can use the pictures or from the inspection or what you upload to like realtor.com if you're selling a mobile home. Make sure that your pictures include all 4 sides of the exterior of the home. I see lots of them that we have to call the realtor and ask for more pictures to be taken because with most of our insurance companies, they will use an initial inspection with exterior photos only. They don't need all the interior photos, but they'll use the exterior as part of their underwriting process. And so having those extra photos is helpful. The appraisal will often have manufacturing information and the bright pictures. And so sometimes I'll go back to the lender and ask for a copy of the appraisal. But the only reason I'm using that is for the pictures and the manufacturing information.
Okay, great. And Paul's got a question.
Question number 2, Pam. How does age impact the insurability of a mobile home?
You know, I get that question a lot. I get phone calls all the time from people saying, oh, I have an old mobile home. Can you insure it? And the simple answer is usually. And so, of course, the older one gets, just like with a stick-built house, the less amount of carriers that we have that will take the mobile home. However, it doesn't necessarily mean it can't be insured. And so we have about right now 13 or 14 carriers that will insure mobile homes. And among them, I can usually find at least 1 or 2 that'll insure even mobile homes that were built in the 60s. The oldest one that I've insured, I think, was built in 1967 or 68. But that doesn't mean that I couldn't have insured an older one. Condition has a lot to do with it. And another question that I get is, after a mobile home has been renovated, oftentimes the property appraiser will update the effective year built. That does not help us at all with mobile home insurance, unfortunately. And so the original year that the mobile home was built is always the year that insurance will use. And then there are other units. And if you think from a real estate standpoint, if you think about Venture Out in Panama City Beach, or maybe even Emerald Point Resort, there are some mobile homes that are going to have a specific age for the mobile home section, and there may be a stick-built addition to the unit. We still go by the original date of the mobile home, and the insurance is still written as a mobile home policy with an addition on it. And so that's another question that I get pretty often. But the age of the mobile home, you know, we can usually get them insured. Sometimes we need additional inspections if they're older, but we can usually find a carrier for them. And like I said, I can go all the way back to the 1960s.
Wow.
Awesome. That's great information. Okay, one last question. What is the difference between mobile home insurance and then modular home and stick-built home insurance? What's the differences there?
That is another great question. Okay, so in Florida, we have different insurance forms that we have to write different types of risks on. And so a stick-built house, as we call them, and that could include any kind of home that's not a modular or a mobile home. A stick-built house is going to be on usually a homeowner's special form is what they call it. And we have different numbers for different types of insurance, but a homeowner special form. A true modular home can be written on that same form, and it'll be all the same coverages as a regular stick-built house. Okay, but the definition of modular from a construction standpoint is different from the definition of modular from an insurance standpoint, and so that comes up a lot. An insurance definition, a modular home will not be constructed on a metal frame. So it can be sold as a modular from a construction standpoint, but the way that they put it on its foundation is what's going to determine how we insure it. And so if it's on a metal frame and sitting on blocks, elevated, it is going to be insured as a mobile home, even if it's a modular construction. A true modular from an insurance standpoint has to be constructed on a cement slab, and the individual walls are going to be bolted to the slab. So it will not be on concrete blocks elevated, and it won't have tie downs. And so even though it's a modular from a construction definition, it's a mobile home from an insurance definition. And I bet I have that question 10 times a month.
Oh, okay. I think that's all the questions we've got for you. We really appreciate all this good information today. And if someone wants to reach out to you, how would they reach you, Pam?
Well, the best way to reach out to me is just to call our agency. I'm with Kirkland Insurance Agency in Lynn Haven. What sets us apart here at Kirkland is that we've got me sitting here full-time writing mobile homes. And so I'm able to become basically an expert in mobile home insurance because it's all I focus on. And so, most agencies will have agents that are going back and forth between regular home insurance and mobile home insurance. And that's very difficult because the underwriting guidelines are different. And so I do this full time all day long, and I write between 30 and 40 mobile home insurance policies a month. And so I'm able to work with all the different underwriters. So I would love for people to reach out. Our phone number here is 850-784-7974, or you can email me at pam@kirklandagency.com. And be sure and visit our website too. We've got some informational videos on our website. Our website is www.kirklandagency.com. So.
Oh, wonderful. Well, we thank you today and hope you have a great day. And thanks for the information.
Thank you, Pam.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Thank you.